Well, good afternoon. I just found out from Bob that I need to condense this in the interest of time. I've got enough notes here I could probably lecture all week on, so I won't take you through all of those. I would just say after 2 years, I've been extremely pleased with the changes that have been made in the college. We've done a lot of reorganization internally. I think I've hired 7 senior administrators, replaced all of those in research and extension, and added Dr. Kelly Millenbaugh to run all of our academic programs. We've done some reorganization for efficiency internally that saved ourselves some money. We were running tight. Teaching, we've got a big infusion, a new life in our teaching programs. Each of the departments are doing a curriculum review and revision and shortening up the curriculum, getting the courses that aren't necessary out of the curriculum, streamlining it, making it easier for students to get through that curriculum and quicker. We've expanded our Ag Tech program, our 2-year program, and we've re-engaged with the community colleges looking for more relationships there, and there's a good deal of interest in the community colleges in some of those 2-year programs as they fit in different parts of the state. Perhaps one of the biggest things that's happened in research that I'm most pleased about, the animal industries have come together with Michigan State University, and they've developed a grant prioritization process and a green light program for animal agriculture. And they've had 1 round of that. It's won through, and it looks like that system's going to work effectively. I think that's going to pay us really big dividends in animal agriculture for the future, and it's going to help keep the university and the animal industries together on the priorities. So we might not see some of the problems we've seen most recently in the past. Extension's probably had the biggest number of changes in it on the agricultural piece. We've not done too much with 4-H or any of the rest of it, but on agriculture, we've got all new leadership from the Director of Extension down. We're sort of re-engaging with people. It may sound kind of strange to say it that way, but they had, to some degree, lost their way in terms of bottom-up programming from people. And there was a lot of top-down programming and a lot of consternation because of it. And that's caused them to re-engage with county commissioners in that area and so forth. They've also engaged the department chairs on the campus in extension activities again, which is kind of essential because we've got all those specialists that are engaged in it also. I won't say that we have everything functioning the way we would like it to function just yet, but it's on the right path. I really am appreciative of Maggie Bethel coming back for 6 months. We pulled one of the previous directors during the time because when she was director, everything was running the way it was supposed to run. And she's come in and really helped us a great deal. We've done a lot more with external relations. I've lost count of how many commodity group meetings I've been to, Farm Bureau meetings, pretty much anybody that invite me that I could make it in the schedule. Did a lot of listening to what people were saying, and we really based our changes that we made on what we heard. Now, some of the things we heard we couldn't do anything about, but the ones that we could and ones where we created the problem, we've set about changing. And if you look then at the indicators, where we are at almost 2 years, I'm really pleased. We're not catching all the grief that we were catching from all of our various commodity groups and constituencies. Not that everything is perfect, but we have, I think, turned the corner on that. We've seen increases in revenue from the legislature, and the legislature's been pleased, largely because a lot of the farmers in the state are pleased in their districts. Our student numbers are up. They're really climbing dramatically. We have people interested in production agriculture again. Although a lot of them are different than we might have expected in the past, they don't come from farms. There aren't that many kids that are coming to us from the farms anymore. They're coming from other places. Now, they start much lower on the learning curve, but they are driven. So when you start looking at, well, who's going to replace our workers in the future, a lot of it's going to come from that part of our society. Federal grants are up. Our international grants are up. Our donations are up. And I notice a really positive attitude from the faculty and from the constituent groups. And you get the sense when you move through the departments that something positive is happening again, which warms my heart. It was a little frightening there at first. I'd never quite seen that way. So a lot of changes, more probably to come, although the dramatic ones I think are already in place. With the possible exception I wanted to announce today, and take this opportunity to announce, we've been looking at Ag Expo. I've had a lot of discussion with Farm Bureau members about this and the staff. Farm Bureau and the university created it many years ago. It's been running for a long time. It's been extremely successful over the years, but it's becoming less and less relevant. And people, the numbers go up and down, but we've sort of changed the participants from farmers to people that are interested in agriculture but not involved in it, which is not bad, but that's not really what the purpose was. So after discussions with a lot of different groups about this, we've decided that we will change Ag Expo and move it from a centralized event that it's been for all these many years to a more decentralized approach around the state, focusing on specific commodities where we get a lot of attendance and a lot of interest, and mostly tend to be closer to home. And so we want to move with a group to help us design that and try that on for size and see if that won't really up the interest and up the numbers in the farm community, other than just in other parts of society. So when you see and hear that, there's been a lot of discussion that's gone on about that. We're sure interested in your input. If you have any other ideas about it, be happy to talk to you about it. A lot of changes in the college, but I hope people are no longer wondering about whether we've lost our way. We maybe haven't arrived, but I think we found the path. I'll put it that way. Thank you.